Welcome to the Team Yuma's Happy Game Music Game Show!
Be confidently wrong.
With your host, the inimitable, incorrigible, incomparable, inflatable, Madhog Master! Welcome to the Team Yuma Happy Go Like... Welcome to... Hi, it's me. I'm here. I'm Madhog, and this is my show. Okay, good night. I'm leaving forever.
Don't be too harsh, Uwu.
I'm going to have nightmares. You do realize that. Well, this is a bust already.
They're not even started yet.
Okay, let's start again. Once more with feeling. Hello, everybody. I am Madhog Thy Master. Why am I using this voice? What's wrong with me? I am joined tonight by the usual suspects of our musical game show. Say it with me, folks. Be confidently trying so hard to harmonize wrong. Yes, that's the name of the show. I remind you, the reason why it's named Be Confidently Wrong was thanks to you, Matti.
Oh?
Yes, all the way back to episode 1, or the pilot episode, if you will. You said you were going to try and be wrong, but with confidence, and that pretty much inspired a generation or something, I just said. So, yes, this is thanks to you, in part.
I have zero memories from that day.
It's okay, I'm not going to share credit anyway. I'm going to go Disney on this.
Wow.
Let me tell you, greedy bastard that I am. Okay, there is no friend from the Frosty Lands tonight with us, unfortunately. He had prior engagements, but hey, it's the original trio, I guess.
Huzzah!
I guess. And you're all here, and we have a show tonight, so let's just roll down the road towards the general direction of beginning it, and this is all I'm going to be bothered to do with the introduction, moving right along with Tier 1. And the first track for tonight will be this one.
That's the best. We got the quickest triggers in the whole Wild West. We got sweats and deaths taking odds on bets. Ain't no telling who the upper hand gets. We got pancakes and pancakes. We got a whole stack of trouble when the action breaks. We got gunfights every night. We got butter plate specials that'll treat you right. Come on down and rip some money's going on up to surfing 90. Yeah.
Tavar.
Is it full throttle?
No. No, it's not. I kind of wish, but no.
Come on down to the butter.
I mean, seriously, does this sound like the Gone Jackals to you?
No, but I thought I'd take a wild guess.
Well, why don't you be wild guessing it over here, over there, away from this or something? I don't know. I'm going to continue.
Come on down to the butter barn. Got buckets of bacon and stacks of jacks. Jugs of maple, you can throw it on back. Kick it back in front of the fire. Take a load off to your heart's desire. Got a cannon up front.
Okay, that was it. We need answers. Danton.
Olive Juarez?
No, Matti.
Postal 2.
No, believe it or not, this is a very popular song from Fortnite.
I don't play that.
No.
I mean,
Me neither.
I would like to think that we have taste and we are not 12 years old. A combination of those two things means that we don't play Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm too boomer for this.
I mean, kids love it, but it's a sensible choice not to play Fortnite because it's trying so hard to become Roblox. And we don't need a second Roblox, let me tell you.
So considering I do streams, I have a feeling that I'm going to be asked to play it at some point.
Don't do that. It does not fit
Yes.
your brand and you will have a miserable time.
Yeah.
You could play the old man that's trying to get down with the kids.
You know what? But you know what's unexpectedly popular? Old school RuneScape. And you
Yeah,
are,
yes.
and your character, the VTuber, is literally a ghost. It doesn't get more past than that.
Yeah. Back in the
But-
gaming magazines I read in my younghood, RuneScape was ridiculed for being a subpar experience, but I guess it's better now.
Or actually play a really good epic game, Unreal Tournament.
I remember when I played the demo for Unreal Tournament. That's it. That's my anecdote.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this was surprisingly a very good song from a live service that I wish to never represent again on my show. But again, it was a very good song, so I
We
had
have to have
include
one
it.
song for the normies.
Yeah, I guess so. We have featured the popular franchises in this show.
Sure.
We featured Warframe, so
Yes, that's another example of an excellent piece of musical composition that's unfortunately associated with something I don't care to play. Let's leave it at that.
yeah.
But anyway, nobody gets any point, unsurprisingly. I knew nobody was going to guess it, but this could not realistically be anywhere else but a tier 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand, because, you know, it's in the zeitgeist of every 12-year-old on the internet.
And also the 20-something years old who grew up with it, because it's been around for enough time.
Yeah.
Yikes. Anywho, second track. Matti,
Xenoblade Chronicles?
it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but I'll give it to you.
Oh, okay.
I thought I
I-
heard it somewhere.
Yeah, me too. I obviously heard it from Smash Bros. Ultimate, but I didn't.
Yeah, I haven't played the game, but I heard a couple of tracks here and there to recognize the style.
Yes, it is
What?
the track from More Ardain, the desertic continent, which is atop a floating beast, because that's the setting from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Right.
I think it's my favorite overworld theme in that game. Anyway,
1 point for Matty.
wow, Matti, getting ahead of the competition already this early. Who could have seen that coming? But Matti, that's good news. You are the first one to win a point, and that means you get to decide where to go next. Because that's right, for tonight, I am bringing back Shuffle Mode. You seem to have a very short memory, so allow me to refresh it for you. When we started this entire program, when we started this entire game show, the initial formula was Shuffle Mode, as in either you or I would decide in which tier to go next, depending if you have gotten the answer correctly or not.
Oh, yeah.
And by getting the correct answer, you get to decide where do you want to go. Do you want to take a trip to tier 2, to tier 3, or would you prefer to stay on course on tier 1?
Yeah, but soon it was realized that based on our limited knowledge, every choice is a tier 3 choice.
I mean,
You don't need to say it as it is, man.
it's true, but you shouldn't say that.
Okay, yeah.
But again, you have to choose.
Yeah, let's take a visit to tier 2.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's go to tier 2 then, which is worth 2 points, scorekeeper.
Okay.
And the choice for tier 2 is the following. I need answers, people.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh? Have you forgotten we're playing a game here?
No, I was just waiting until the end of the music.
Okay, so who answered first? Danton.
R-Type.
No. Matti?
Gate or die?
No, it's not Skate or Die. Devar?
Adventures of Dizzy?
No, Silver Surfer for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So you might have
Yeah.
recognized this little ditty from somewhere. It's a very well-known medley, but you might have never guessed it's from the main menu of Silver Surfer.
Yeah, it's from the same composer as Plock.
It is indeed another classic Tim Follin composition. Actually, no. It's a Follin Brothers composition, because both Tim and Jeff, his brother, worked on this. Both these guys were video game composers back in their day. It seems that Jeff passed away a few years ago, sadly.
Oh.
But Tim is still rolling, so, if you follow this show, Tim, I want you to know we are big fans.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't guess it right. So I get to choose where we go next.
All right.
Where should we go next? You know what? Let's keep it real with tier 2.
Okay.
So next track on tier 2, again, worth 2 points. Devar.
Parappa the Rapper?
No. And we are out of time. Matti?
Ape Escape?
No, Danton.
Leisure Suit Larry?
If Ross were to be here, he would have guessed in a second. This is Jet Grind Radio, also known as Jet Set Radio. So it's about time we started featuring more often the incredible compositions by Hideki Naganuma. Every time you hear this explosion of funk and techno beats, that's his signature style.
Right.
So yes, this will not be the last time we have a track from his vast resume, let me tell you. Not surprised it took us this long. Well, actually, no, we did feature him once before. It was for Sonic Rush during the Sonic-centric episode from last year.
Ah.
Right, so nobody is getting very lucky with either tier 1 or tier 2, I have to say. So why don't we just go to tier 3 and see what happens? That should be fun.
Yeah, totally.
That should be hysterical. So for tier 3, we have this one. Devar.
Toho?
What?
Toho?
No, Matti?
Tori 3D.
No. Okay, Danton.
Sea of Stars.
No. Koromon.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, would have never got
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's a Pokemon-style monster collector indie game. Pretty sure none of you here would play these kind of games, but I do. I've
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, I haven't played much of those Mon collectathons.
No, I can't say I'm into any game that basically lets you control monsters.
I'll be honest with you, I don't care about Pokemon, but it turns out that the genre has a lot more to offer outside of it. And if you ever get in the mood to try one, well, you can come to me, I'll give you a couple of suggestions. You know what? This is not going great for any of you. Why don't we go back...
except Marty. Marty
Well,
has a single point.
As
to
a
his
single
name.
point, I guess he's a millionaire with that single point.
It'd be
In the land of
hilarious.
0 pointers, even a 1 pointer is a king or something.
Or something, indeed.
It'll be so funny if no one gets any answer and Marty just wins with a single point.
I sure hope that's not the case, because we are now going back to tier 1. Hopefully you'll guess the next one. I'm going to need a few specific answers for the next few tracks. Keep that in mind. Okay?
Okay.
If we stay in tier 1.
I'm glad that we are all agreeing on this. So, here we go. Track numero 3 from tier 1. Are you guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me? Why are you even thinking about it? Matti.
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
It's Super Mario Galaxy 1, but it's tier 1, so I'll give it to you. Okay?
I'm not sure which one of those it was.
Well, Super Mario Galaxy 2 is basically DLC for Super Mario Galaxy 1 with Yoshi in it, so might as well be the same game. I'll give it to you. Again, it's tier 1, but I cannot believe you guys even took time to think about it. It's one of the most popular Mario themes of all time.
Well, the thing is, right, I recognized the theme, but I didn't. But I was trying to place it until I heard the one bit that I did recognize.
I
You
was
mean
going
all
to
of
guess
it?
Kingdom. I was going to guess Kingdom Hearts.
I would have metaphorically slapped you across the soul.
My soul.
Oh my
Our
gosh.
family didn't have a Wii, so...
Matti, that's 2 points for you. I mean, in total, this was 1 point, so you have 2 points in total. Yay, indeed. Okay, Matti, where do you want to go next?
Okay, let's stay for tier 1 for now.
Okay, that's a wise decision. All right, guess this one. Precise answers only. And I will not show clemency this time. Matti.
Yoshi's Island.
Yes.
Or in some region, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, but you know.
I think the only reason Matti is beating you is because he's faster when
That
he
and
has
plus-
to answer.
That and plus
I
his
mean,
memory is probably better remembering where
Yeah,
they
I made an
come from.
acapella cover of that.
It's
So-
one of the most famous final boss tracks in general, so...
Yet another game I had to really think about to see where I actually heard it because I was blanking on where I've heard it before.
Yeah. Well, during my hostings, I have started to figure out perhaps you guys don't use sound as your primary method of remembering things.
Wow, that's an incredibly diplomatic way to say, get good at music. Wow.
You're more like a sight or a feel, guys.
Oh my god, Matti.
I am basically more better with visual memory than I am with sound and things like that.
Okay, well, let me play more of this. I have to say, of all the Super Mario boss tracks, this is the most un-Mario-like, right?
Yeah, true.
The way it starts slowly and suspensefully, and then it picks up the pace and goes.
I mean, Mario Luigi has some atypical Mario Final boss songs.
Well,
I mean,
okay, but that's an atypical Mario series in its own right.
I mean,
This
the
is
first
technically
game's
within
final
the
boss
canon.
is basically a satanic orchestra.
Right. What I'm trying to say is that I like when Mario soundtracks would branch out of their comfort zone, and this single piece of music right here feels something that would be more akin to... You would not expect to find this in Yoshi's Island, is my point. You would,
but it's such a colourful game.
You would expect it in an action game by Capcom, maybe, or Konami at the time. I'm spitting balls right now because I cannot think of anything else this could be applied to, because it is such an iconic tune, iconically associated with an iconic boss battle. When I saw that giant baby emerge for the first time on the horizon when I was at a friend's house and he was playing the Nintendo 30 or so years ago, it was quite an experience.
I can only imagine.
Okay.
So what about you, Matty?
Where are we going, Matti? You are driving right now. You have stolen the control of the car from me, and now we are veering and steering and swerving off the road into a canyon. You have 3 seconds to choose where to steer next, or we all die. No pressure.
We're already dead.
Let's go to tier 3.
Ooh, spicy.
Very.
Okay, let's go to tier 3 then. Said with an evil voice, too. You know he means business now.
Yep.
Here we go. We are in need of answers. The world depends on our answer resources. Devar?
Ace Attorney, Miles Edgeworth Investigations?
No. Danton?
Croc.
No. Matti?
In Stars and Time.
No, the Bunny Graveyard. You know, it's funny. It's funny. I remember this, Matti, because the Bunny Graveyard was your answer a few episodes ago when it was actually a whole other horror bunny game entirely.
Yeah, I didn't remember the name back then.
So the Bunny Graveyard technically counts as a mascot horror, but it has the distinction of being entirely lovingly animated in pixels. And it looks spiffy, let me tell you. It was going to be released in chapters, as all these games tend to be, but the developers have taken the decision, based on feedback they received, to release the next installment of the series as its own complete video game, rather than a chapter 2 or 3 or 4. A decision that I respect. Anyway, I played the Bunny Graveyard. It was $5, and it's well worth the price in that sense. You can beat it in an afternoon. It is visually impressive, and I'll say that much. Also, it has a bunny in it. I don't know if it was obvious by the title.
I mean, that'd be a big advertising lie if there was no bunny in a graveyard.
No.
Well, there is a bunny, but I have seen no graveyard. So,
no
now.
Graveyard, 0 out of 10.
Well, actually, there was a graveyard, but you don't spend much time in it or see it at all. There was a maze, though. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So, why don't we go back to Tier 2? Yes, that should balance things out. I regret this choice, Matti.
Just Jackrabbit.
It is just Jackrabbit.
And indeed the first game.
It is the first game.
Wow, you knew it.
Now, of course, if anybody was going to guess it instantly, it's him. It's 2 points for Matti.
Yeah.
So you have 4 points in total now.
Yeah, I reviewed them both like 2 years ago.
He has 5 points, actually.
5? Oh, and that is why you are the scorekeeper and I am not.
I try my best. I do make mistakes myself from time to time.
I will say that I did play Jazz Jackrabbit back when I was a kid, but the music has never stayed with me all that much.
Matti.
I need to.
The car is currently falling into the abyss. You have to push the "Go there" button to spring forth the mechanical wings, so that we can safely float on the currents and land safely down the precipice.
Yeah, let's stay on the Tier 2 lane.
Okay. We shall continue down this harrowing path then, with truck number 4 of Tier 2. And that's about it. Devar.
Nightmare on Elm Street?
No. Danton.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No. Matti.
Okay. Well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project.
Okay, that's funny. It was going to be your answer too. No, this is Bucky O'Hare for the NES.
Ah, that one.
I just realized that we've had 3 bunnies in a row.
Yes.
And 2 of them in a row were green.
Yes! That, the second part, was by design. Okay, so none of you guessed it, so it's up to me to once again take control of the falling vehicle. Right now we are soaring on the open seas, but there are giant sharks abound, so I have to outmaneuver them in order not to be bored by them, and I'll do that by bringing us back to Tier 1. We have done half of Tier 1, so let's try to do the other half. Okay, and we are done. Danton?
Dragon Age Inquisition?
No, Devar.
A Bard's Tale?
No, Matti.
God of War.
You know, if Icipal were here, he would have guessed it. Because
Why?
he actually played it. Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I still haven't played it.
Well, it happens to the best of us. Oh no! The flying, soaring boat car is about to explode. We better get to the next one fast. I regret my life decisions, Matti.
Deus Ex.
It is Deus Ex.
Wow, just from that. Which one is that again? The first
The
one?
first one.
Yes.
Oh, right. I'm amazed you could even remember that just from that nerd.
Yeah, it's a very...
It has to
distinct
basically.
electric style.
Yeah, it has to play a little bit before I remember that.
Yeah, fun piece of trivia. This is from the same composer as Jazz Jackrabbit 2.
Oh, that is a fun
Ah.
bit of trivia. So the reason why I decided to go with shuffle mode is because I was hoping to make things more complicated for Matti.
This is tier 1, isn't it?
This is tier 1, yes.
Okay, so it's 1 point, so that means he's got 6 now.
Yep. Yep. He definitely does appear to have a bit of an advantage, more than usual. Come to think of it,
I mean, there is
It
still the
happens.
final boss round.
we'll see about that. I am confident no one will guess this, because it's the final boss, and you know how difficult I deliberately make them to be. Especially since the Lyle in Cube Sector debacle. I'm still mad. You didn't guess Cave Story, and yet you guessed the Lyle in Cube Sector. That blows my mind. Okay,
The
Matti.
Cube Sector is free.
Matti.
Yes.
The car is
Oh
about
yeah,
to
I need to
explode.
decide. Can we get to the bonus round?
We will get to the bonus rounds once one of these tiers will be completed.
Ah, okay. Well, I suppose we stay for tier 1 then.
Okay. Track number 7 of tier 1. Here we go. I will accept a generic answer, by the way. Devar.
Space Quest?
No! No, it's not. Danton.
Sam and Max?
I'm not even going to dignify that. No, it's not. Matti.
Oh, well, okay. Monkey Island.
It's the main theme from Wolfenstein 3D.
Good night, everybody.
So,
I haven't heard that game's soundtrack, so...
when I say the main theme, what I really meant is that they actually took the real-life Nazi Germany national anthem and made a 16-bit version of it. It is quite a fun choice for a game in which you kill a bunch of Nazis, I have to say.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense in the theming of the game, yes?
Yes, the theming being, once again, killing a bunch of Nazis, including Mecha Hitler.
Yeah. Fun time to be
Fun
had.
time
Come on.
for all, and honestly, we should go back to that era of video games in which we were all sick and tired of, oh wow, too many Nazis to kill in video games. It's always the Nazis or the zombies, sometimes the zombie Nazis. You know what? Let's bring back the whole killing Nazis in video games.
Yeah,
That
I've heard
seems
that
like
the Wolfenstein 3 has quite boring level design.
Well, there is a reason why people remember and applaud Doom for coming into everyone's life, and Wolfenstein 3D, which was its direct predecessor, is sort of relegated into the prototype of Doom.
Yeah, I said to put down the foundations for Doom to be a success, as it is.
Yeah, and apparently in the old ID Software continuity, BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein 3D is Commander Keen's grandfather.
Let's finish tier 1. We are only 3 tracks away after all. So the next one, I'm going to urge you to listen carefully. Wink. If you catch my meaning.
Yokai are everywhere, causing you problems, messing up your hair. They'll trip you up, give you a flat tire, or make your socks go missing in the dryer. Yokai make mischief anywhere, and you may not even believe they're there.
The VAR.
Mischief makers?
You're going to feel silly in a few seconds.
Let me introduce you to my friend. He's found a way to connect with them. He's got a yokai watch. He's gonna build a supernatural.
Danton.
It's Yokai Watch.
No, really? I would have never guessed. Do we have a term, a noon, for when you guess too early before the track actually reveals what it's about?
I don't think so.
We have established a Danton, we have established a Grandia, we have established a Madhog. Should we call this a Devar?
Yeah, we can do.
Okay,
What
so
about the Madhog again?
definition of doing or pulling a Madhog is confusing Danton for Icipal all the time by accident.
Yeah,
And I do mean all the time. Right, so I have a few things to say about Yokai Watch, which I played recently, if you'll indulge me. I was shocked and surprised, because... Okay, first impressions, beautiful, perfect, 10 out of 10. There is a whole animated sequence and this song plays with fun sound effects and a montage showcasing the various monsters, the yokai of Yokai Watch, that is, and it seems like a good time. And then I start playing and I realized in the worst possible way that this is indeed a game made by Level 5! My arch nemesis! You know Level 5 for Professor Layton's games, mostly. I know them. I know them for Ni no Kuni, the 2 Dark Cloud games, and now this one.
I've played their Dragon Quest 4 and 5 translations to DS.
Yes, well, it's a good thing they were not making that game from scratch, because it would have been unplayable! So
this is tier 1, by the way.
Yes, it's tier 1. It's 1 point for you, Danton. Congratulations. Yeah. But anyway, Yokai Watch, right? So I played this game recently on original hardware, the Nintendo 3DS. So you go around into this typical Japanese town and you try to capture the yokai. And by capturing, I mean you have to follow their gaydar that indicates their presence. You have to find them. Then you have to use the stylo or the controls to try and center the circle around them because it's heavy on hardware gimmicks, this game is. And then once you've done that, you fight it. And then maybe if the gods of RNG are in your favor, you can capture that monster. Because, let me tell you this, there is no reliable way to capture monsters in this monster collector game, which is the one thing you need to perfect the most in a monster collector game. Instead, what you have to do, right, you fight them. Maybe you find out what their favorite food is and you feed them to improve your chances. Maybe you have a monster in your active party that has a passive power that allows them to befriend these monsters easier. Maybe you have all of these things going on for you and it will still take you 30 plus attempts at the late hours of the game, 30 plus attempts to capture a goddamn monster. And it's the worst experience in my life.
Good to know.
So, level 5, they always do this, right? They chase innovation for innovation's sake, and by doing so, they create problems for themselves for which they don't have a solution, and they make what's already a winning formula objectively worse in every way. I don't know if any of you played Ni no Kuni, but that game had so many useless steps in its combat, to the point that it made it tedious. And don't get me started on the Dark Cloud games. To this day, Yokai Watch here is the only game of theirs that I actually ever finished. Not completed, finished. I have so many feelings about this. I know people love it, and I can see why. It has charm to no end, but charm can only drive you so far up until you're just stuck trying to capture the same monster over and over and over again, and it's only a rank E monster, but it refuses to be cut to me because the RNG is garbage! I'm going to continue the game now. Thanks for listening to, thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
You can hear the rest of this in Madhog's and Devar's upcoming playing of some obscure 90s point-and-click adventure.
Probably.
You know, you don't have to call me out like that, Matti. Okay, Danton.
Yes.
Guess what? For the first time ever tonight, you are at the wheel and you can choose whether we live or die. So choose wisely.
Let's stick with tier 1 for now.
Wise choice. And the next one is this one. Okay, Devar.
Metroid Prime?
Metroid Prime, yes! Finally, 1 point for you.
I thought I recognized those beats.
Yes. So the GameCube was interesting, musically speaking, because while every other AAA company was slowly switching to orchestral music and studio recording music, Nintendo was still going on with MIDI files. And you can definitely hear that in this Metal Ridley boss fight.
Yeah.
They have their own place, they are charming, but, you know, by the time we get to the end of the generation with Twilight Princess, you might think it's time for it to switch to something a little bit better than...
Yeah, I do remember that... Yeah, I do remember that Wind Waker got a flack for it, because I suppose in more orchestra pieces, MIDI's weaknesses are more evident.
Really, of all the things Wind Waker was unjustly flacked over, the music was the least of its issues. Wind Waker is easily the best looking Zelda, by the way. I have never played it, but even I can tell, wow, I wish more games on this series would look exactly like this instead of that blocky Link's Awakening remake style that does not really jive with me. Anyway, track number 10 of Tier 1. And once again, I would invite you to listen carefully.
Wait, Devar got to decide.
Yeah, I decide.
I forgot for a moment that you were supposed to get at the wheel. All this time you were in the back, and the back was in flames, so you were burning alive, and I forgot about you.
My skeletal hands grab the wheel, and then we just go straight to the last track of the Tier 1.
Okay, well, in that case, as I was saying, let's go to last track of Tier 1. Listen closely, Devar.
Cooking time is so much fun, and nothing bad could happen. Everything is totally great, but please do refrain from going in the basement. Cooking companions, your life just might end. Cooking companions, don't trust that onion.
So in case it wasn't obvious by me winking you so loudly you could hear it from the other hand of Mars, the title was in the song. Devar?
Cooking companions.
Cooking companions, yes.
Because it was going to be that, or don't go into the basement.
So
No, don't go into the shed.
So
I
cooking.
think there is a game called Don't Go Into the Basement.
I'm sure there is, but it's not this one. This one is a Ukrainian horror visual novel. Let's just say that it is using a real-world historical event as its backdrop, which was the man-made famine of Ukraine in the 1930s by the hands of the Soviet Union.
You know, when it's a horror game and it's about cooking, you know what's going to happen in it.
Yes, cannibalism.
Yeah.
Were you about to say cannibalism? Because it's cannibalism.
Hey girl, has anyone said you look delicious?
Okay, so before we go into darker and darker territories, guess what, guys?
What?
We have completed a tier of this game show, which means that it is time for
Bonus round.
round. Nice and round. Just like my belly. Do you want to pat my belly? Okay. We are going to be doing the 1 second challenge. So I'll play exactly 1 second of a very well-known track. And you have to guess it. You will get 3 points if you guess correctly. So here we go. That was the track. Devar?
Team Fortress 2?
Yes. 3 points for you.
Yeah, I'm getting somewhere.
Okay, a scorekeeper, what is the current tally?
Give me a moment and I shall paste it in the chat. Well, we have me, Danton Stormkeeper, last with 1 point. Devar is in second with 5. And in first is Matti with 6.
Okay, Devar, you have a fighting chance. Danton, never give up. Devar, you won the bonus round. So, where do you want to go next? As I tried to districate your skeleton from the wheel, but you have a death grip on it.
We're going to the crushing reality of Tier 3.
Okay then, tier 3 it is. And with tier 3 comes the responsibility of guessing this one. And we are out of time. Danton.
Ark the Lad.
No, Matti.
River City Girls.
No, Devar.
Video cassette beats?
No. It's cassette beasts, by the way. But
Right.
I understand your meaning. No. But it was close. This is Nexomon Extinction, which is another Pokemon style indie monster collector RPG.
Ah.
I have a bunch of those tonight, apparently.
Next one.
By the way, Nexomon, and in particular Nexomon Extinction, I wholeheartedly recommend you. I recommend it to you if you hate Pokemon, and I also recommend it to you if you like Pokemon. It is truly the kind of game you didn't know you wanted in your life. I'm not going to spend the next 5 minutes or so talking about it like Yokai Watch, okay? I will spare you from the pain.
Thank you.
Hooray!
You're welcome. So try to guess this one. Whoa! This is the sound of our car as it explodes. Okay. Danton?
Shovel Knight?
No, it's not Shovel Knight. Devar?
Climb the castle wall?
No. Matti?
That mouse game from the makers of Shovel Knight, Minerva something.
No, it's not that. Also, Devar, the name of the game is Creepy Castle, not Scale This Castle Walls. I know what you were trying to say, but no, this is Solstice for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And you will never guess who composed this little tune! Come on, guess.
It's the Fallen
Yaki.
Bros.
It's Team Fallen again. Yes, it's another Team Fallen joint up in this house. Solstice, Devar, I seem to recall way back in the day, in your old computer, you have archived a bunch of classic NES and SNES games.
Yeah, I do have SNES games, yes. Plenty.
I wonder if you have Solstice in your collection.
I would have to take a look at it to see if I do.
But anyway, so Solstice, I know next to nothing about this game, aside from the composer of the soundtrack and the fact that the cover features a badass muscly wizard casting a spell. So that's it. That's track number 4 of Tier 3. You know what? I'm feeling generous. We have no Tier 1 to go back to, so why don't we just mosey over to Tier 2 before... I don't know how much more damage our car can take in this elaborate metaphor.
We need to change the vehicle.
Yes. Okay, so here's what happens, right? The car is on fire. We are on a direct collision with a volcano. But luckily there is a biplane flying by, just a couple of meters from where we are, so all we have to do is jump into it as it is flying closer. How hard could it possibly be?
Give me a D20, we'll see.
Okay, roll a D20. I'm kidding, you don't actually have to roll a D20. But you do have to guess the next one, though. The next track, that is, which is this one. Okay. Lads. Matti.
Clonoa 2.
Matti, you have played both Clonoa 1 and 2. And you have a good ear for music. Ugh, Danton.
Spook Patrol?
No. The bar?
Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
No, this is... Oh, well, would you look at this? It's Yokai Watch.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, I have another Yokai Watch. So let me tell you something more about Yokai Watch, right? So, I am impressed by the localization of this game, and by impressed, I mean a combination of flabbergasted and delighted, because it felt like going back to the days of 4Kids dubs, turning every Japanese thing in all of their localized anime into some Americanized bollocks. Like the rice balls in Pokemon, they become hamburgers or something. Or all the character names in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Joy Wheeler from Brooklyn. Yokai Watch was not localized for and by 4Kids, but it still received the 4Kids treatment. So every character in this obviously Japanese suburban town, with this obviously Japanese folklore monsters in it, they get English names. So we have characters named Nate, Jasper, and Bear, and the name of the town is Springdale. Freaking Springdale.
Wow.
And then they basically go and eat their donuts, which looks suspiciously like rice balls.
I'll be honest with you, I kind of loved it in its own way. It's part of the charm of the game. You know what's not charming about it instead? Only deciding to have a plot and stakes in literally the last chapter. Outstanding pacing this game has. Let me tell you. Oh, I just did, never mind. Freaking Yokai Watch.
So both Yokai Watch choices are from the same game.
Yes, in case it wasn't obvious, yes. So the entire game, they keep foreshadowing the plot finally beginning, and then when the plot actually finally gets started after nothing but padding, it's only a chapter long and the game is on a rush to end because they must have run out of budget. This was a self-published title for level 5. Maybe they do better in the few next installments, but I don't care about ever finding out in the near future.
Yeah, so, just for the record, it is now allowed to have 2 tracks from the same game.
Sure, if it's funny.
You did it for Sonic 06.
I never set a rule in stone about it, if you recall.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just a veiled excuse for him to bitch about Yokai Watch.
Okay, so they're not rules, they're suggestions.
Yes.
Anyway, Yokai Watch, I played this game. I really, really wanted to like this game, but it kept on browbeating my patience. When it comes to the point in which I'm dreading to find out new monsters because, oh no, I will have to try and get them, but it's near to impossible at this point in the game. It just demoralizes me because the whole appeal of this sort of games is to catching the damn things. That's the whole point. That's why you play them. And catching them is the worst part of it. Ah! How do you fail this hard?
I mean, it could be Jade Cocoon.
I don't know about the first one, but Jade Cocoon 2, I never had issues in capturing monsters, but also I never really felt the need to, because it is the kind of game in which you are encouraged to stick with one party, and only that party for all the entire game. But also, Jade Cocoon is a game from 2001, Yokai Watch is a game from 2016. There is no excuse! Level 5, you've been around for several decades by now. When are you going to learn how to make video games? I am being half serious about that comment, by the way. I know people like these games. I don't understand exactly how or why. It's just nostalgia. It has to be. Anyway, where was I? What was I doing? What is this? Who are you people?
Don't turn to an old man on us.
Okay, no. Okay, tier 2. Tier 2. We were in tier 2. Let us remain anchored in tier 2 for now. And let's play the next track. Danton.
This is Disgaea 3, isn't it?
Madhog?
I am trying to find the nicest way possible to break the sad news to Danton.
That is not Disgaea 3.
That was not Disgaea 3. Devar?
Disgaea 2?
No.
Matti?
Resonance of Refrain, or what was it?
No, you are completely off base. It was a Disgaea game, just not the number I wanted. It's Disgaea 5.
Oh, right. The one I didn't play.
I thought for sure if anybody was going to guess it, it would be Danton. I'll say this about Disgaea 5. The best game in the series, mechanically speaking. One of the worst in terms of the narrative. And absolutely the most atrocious opening song in the entire series. It's a metal cacophony, an unstructured mess. I hate it so much.
Does this count as a Grandia moment?
This is technically a Grandia moment, except in reverse, because last time we started with Icipal guessing wrong and being completely off base. Then we went to us guessing the same game 3 times, but not the correct number. This time it was in reverse, because for some reason Matti thought this was not a Disgaea game.
I don't know anything about that franchise.
Let's stick with tier 2, with this next one. It's a bit loud, isn't it?
A tad.
Okay, who answered first? Was it Devar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Resident of Fate.
Wow, you're copying Matty's homework, but they were the wrong homework, so you both get an F.
Good.
No, it's not a resonance of Fateh. So, Matty.
Devil May Cry 5.
No. Danton.
Jade Empire.
No. Shin Megami Tensei 5. This is the other battle music. The main one, technically. I think that's neat. It's like a potato. It's neat.
Yeah.
You know what's not neat? Us hurling to our demise as the biplane we just hijacked was actually in the Indiana Jones plane in the Temple of Doom, so that one is also crashing. Yes, we had to grab the rubber dinghy before we eject ourselves from the biplane and use it as a parachute somehow. So that's where we are right now. I'm feeling surprisingly democratic tonight, so why don't we put it on a vote? Do we stay on tier 2 or do we go to tier 3?
I say stick on this one.
Danton?
Let's stick on this one.
Matti?
I need more information. How many are left in tier 2 and 3?
We have 3 trucks left in tier 2.
Yeah, okay, let's stay in tier 2 then.
Okay. Well, my vote counts for 4, so we're going to go on tier 3 instead. I'm joking. Let's stick with tier 2. And we're listening to... Oh, this next one is a bit of a jam, let me tell you. Okay, that was pretty good, but we still are in dire need of answers. Danton?
Weird West.
No. Matti?
West of Loathing.
No. Devar?
I pick option C.
This was Man-Eater.
Never
Man
heard
Eater,
of-
that shark thing.
The Shark RPG, or as it was marketed, the Shark PG, because they were so clever. I played this game. It is janky as all get out, but the sheer catharsis of playing as Jaws as it goes on a eating frenzy of both humans and other apex predators, it is so, well, as I said, cathartic. Also, they gave the shark superpowers. So, you know.
Because of course they would.
It's great. Conceptually, brilliant game. If only it played better. But anyway, Man-Eater. The whole conceit of the game is that the cutscenes, the story cutscenes at the very least, they are framed as they were episodes on a filmed reality TV show that's about hunting sharks. So they follow the perils of a grizzled old shark hunter and his college son as they try to reconnect. But the actual gameplay entails me, the shark, going about and eating things. It's quite amusing. And of course, there is a personal vendetta between the shark hunter and the shark. Because you see, the shark hunter killed my mother, and I ate his end. So now we have a Moby Dick kind of relationship. Man.
But of course you would have that.
Of course, because Moby Dick is the only American book ever written. We all know that. Okay. Let's stick to tier 2. Actually, you know what?
What?
No. I say let's go back to tier 3 instead. I'm going to blue ball you on this, the tier completion.
We're about to go to tier 2, and then he just turns the raft around.
Yes, there is a bifurcation in the river. On one side we have rainbows and butterflies and the calmest water you've ever seen. On the other side we have dark and gloomy spiky forests, several waterfalls, the deadliest course of water you've ever seen in your life. Also sharks living in the river somehow, as the song says. And the choice seems easy. Too easy! So in my infinite wisdom, I decided, no, that's obviously a trap. So we're going to the dangerous track instead. Yes, exactly that. Exactly that. Difficult choice indeed.
No, the starboard was on the other direction.
Okay, so we're going to play this track now. Get ready. Matti.
Right to Hell Retribution?
No, but I'm assuming you are recognizing this classical piece of music, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I
dun,
do
dun.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay, so of course, given the beginning of it, you would expect the next part to go dun 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 dun.
It's a
right?
plot twist, isn't it?
Well, here's the plot twist. Wait a minute, this is not going the direction I thought it was going. Not at all. Tavar.
Is it a Digimon game like Soul Hackers?
Okay. Against my better judgment, I'm going to give this to you. But I think you're confusing yourself with the Atlas game titled Soul Hackers. But this is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. And yes, you were close enough, honestly. And I'll give it to you because I'm feeling generous.
This was tier 3, wasn't it?
It was tier 3, yes.
So 4 points.
This track here is the final boss track for Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Not to be confused with the other game in the miniseries.
Yes, of course that game would slap on the other classical music.
Hold on a second. This is the first game. The other, Last Cyber Attack, was from the second game, which is Hacker's Memory. And I'm going to say this to you. Way back when we did the video game music tournament, you had the absolute gall to call the Last Cyber Attack tacky because it featured a rearrangement, an original rearrangement of the classic Carmine Burana or O Fortuna at the beginning of it before transitioning into the original composition. And you call that tacky, and I disagree with that. And I disagree with that on the principle that I think this is the one that's actually tacky for a simple reason. Because you recognize the music, you expect it to go in the typical direction, and then it just suddenly switches to a orchestral rendition of the main theme of the game. Now that feels tacky. Again, there is no separation between the two. The way I see it, in the last cyber attack, the superior final boss track, in my opinion, there was a neat separation between the two elements. The first few notes of O Fortuna and then the rest of it. And that felt to me like it was a demonstration of self-worth, in a way. As in, look at us. Look at this power move. That's the word I was looking for. We have rearranged O Fortuna, and then we have the rest of this track to compare it to it, because we are that confident in the quality of our work. And I think it works in the context of the last cyber attack. But in the context of this track, which is the one that preceded it, and it's titled The Anticipated New World, I think they did a much worse job. The transition between the classical music and the orchestral rendition of the main theme of the game feels too sudden. Feels like it's preparing you for something and then it's giving you something else entirely, but not in a way that's pleasant, in a way that feels like it's blue balling you, if you will. So I think this is the one that's a little bit tacky, and this is the one that's inferior. I will defend the choices made by the last cyber attack to the grave, and I wish I had stood up for it last time as well. That's my argument. Also, this Latin chants, they are a bit too start and stop for my taste. They go, you see, it's unpleasant. But anyway.
There was something in their throats.
Okay, so that's okay. Enough lollygagging, enough messing around. Let's go back to tier 2. Okay? Let's finish it. If we can. If we can, that is. So for tier 2, we have this track now. And we are out of time. Come on, guys. Devar.
40 winks.
I'm giving you 40 winks. Wink, 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 wink. Danton.
Valkyria Chronicles.
I'll chronicle your Valkyria until the... I don't know. Matti.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
No. Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
There's a theme.
You might have noticed the theme of tonight's episode. Finally, at long last. This is why I didn't put Wolfenstein 3D in tier 2. I already had Return to Castle Wolfenstein. So
okay,
that's that.
So one of the tier 3 choices is going to be the 2009 Wolfenstein.
No, I can guarantee you no, that's not the case. Okay, so it's time for, the last track in tier 2, and I must preface the experience that you are about to feel on your soul and on your neurons. This is not emphatically not from the kind of game you would think it is. So keep that in mind as you listen to it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Okay, Danton.
Needy streamer.
No. Oh God, I hope not. What are they having her do in that game? Matti?
Knut Underground.
No, Devar?
That 70s game?
No, this is unbelievably from another crab's treasure. You visit this crab town in the shallow part of the ocean, and there is an upper crust, get it? And there is a lower crust. In the upper crust, you have high society. In the lower crust, you have working class families, people trying to survive, the low-life criminals. Of course, you might think to yourself, the kind of music that should represent this place is porn music. The sexy jazz. I guess they're filming pornography in one of those apartments. I don't know. Such a weird choice. Yeah. Oh, baby. Baby, I see you with your sexy clothes of yours. I remember you. You clawed my way through my life. Baby, I need you. Swim inside me now. I remember when I saw you. Glowing, etc., etc.
Should we give you 5 minutes to yourself?
But you get the idea. You get why I think this is the funniest track ever. It just feels so entirely out of place.
Hey, baby, nice shell.
Hey, baby. Baby. You know you want me.
You know you want my shell.
Don't worry. I don't bite. Unless you're boiled alive first.
Don't worry, baby. I don't pinch.
Oh my gosh, this kills me every time I hear it. It is so funny to think about the context of it. It's music that accompanies sex in a 1970s porn film. You know it, I know it. We're all thinking that. You visit this place that's supposed to be the slums. There is literally a mother crab with her 2 children managing a shop, struggling to make ends meet, and the porn music plays at all times, and I feel weird about this. I love that game, by the way. I wholly recommend it. Anyway.
Bonus round.
Round. Touch on my belly. Okay. Normally, at this point in time, we would run the classic true or false scenario. But I decided to switch it up a little bit. And instead, we're doing the voice challenge. Which is to say, I want an impression from you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we're doing voice impressions again. I decided it was about time to bring it back. But I'm changing the rules a little bit. Instead of just awarding 3 points to the best impression, I'm going to award points to everybody regardless of how good or bad they are. But if they are better than everybody else, they get a full 3 points. If they are so-and-so, they get 2 points. If they are the worst, they only get 1 point. Okay? So everybody gets...
I'm in an apartment building, so I may be at disadvantage. So because I can.
Matti, you are a professional voice actor, the only one in this chat. So don't talk to me about being disadvantaged. in this particular challenge. Because I don't trust you. Because the last time you said that, you kept on winning. It's what you do, isn't it?
She did.
Well, I have a debuff, let's say that.
A debuff.
Handicap.
Okay, so here it is.
Hey, come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi!
It's time for Crazy Taxi! Yeah,
Okay.
welcome to Crazy Taxi! I win the challenge. I already won. I award 3 points to myself. If you can be the second best, let me know. So we are starting with Matti. We're starting with you.
Come over with Crazy Taxi!
That was good up until the last part. You need less E and more E. But
Okay.
it was good, it was good. Danton?
Come over for Crazy Taxi!
I like it. It has personality. Devar?
Can I hear again that line of dialogue?
Sure.
Hey, come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi!
Okay, let's see.
Hey, come on over and have some fun with Crazy Taxi!
You know, this is actually quite hard. I legitimately cannot decide a winner. You were all pretty good in your own ways. Hey, come on over and let's enjoy some Crazy Taxi!
I was trying to emulate Krusty the Clown.
Crazy Taxi! You know what?
Taxi!
Crazy Taxi! You know what? Before I go crazy, I decided I'm going to award 3 points to each and every one of you, because I liked you equally, I cannot choose.
Okay, fair enough. Yay!
Equality!
So this challenge is a bit of a sham, but at least we had fun. So, Danton.
Yes, give me a moment. I'm just sorting out the points. And we have in third place me, Danton Stormkeeper, with 4. In second place, Matty with 9. And in first place, Devar with 12.
Is Devar going to win tonight?
I'd be surprised.
It would be amazing if you did.
Well, you got better chances than I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
So, we only have 1 tier remaining, and that's tier 3. We have 5 tracks left. So, hey, let's go over tier 3! Crazy!
Crazy Tier 3!
Crazy tier 3, guys! I love his voice so much. Okay. Hey, guess this track, boys!
In a way that's worse than the last one.
Who's
Well,
Matty?
Who's choking a rubber chicken?
Mother 3.
No! Devar?
A hat in time?
No, Danton.
Diddy Kong Racing?
No, okay, this was Glover. The globe-based
right, the
platformer for the
N64.
Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1. And by the way, those inexplicable inhuman sounds, they were supposed to be seagulls.
Doesn't sound like seagulls to me.
Oh, it sounds like something else entirely, and you do not want me to say what they sound like.
I've already said why. They sound like the chickens getting choked.
That was the PG answer.
It's not. I'm not. I mean literally the chickens getting choked. Not.
Someone went mad with Mario Paint.
Okay, it's a bewildering choice for a composition, but you will not forget it anytime soon. And by the way, I want it to be on record that this list was completed before the latest episode of the Angry Video Game Nerd came out, which coincidentally was about Glover. Imagine my surprise.
Yeah, I kind of thought that would be the case.
Coincidences happen.
Anyway, that was it. And now it is now. Hey, it's time for track number 7!
Sounds like you're trying to do Randy Savage.
I'm turning into Randy Savage! I'm the cream de crop! Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, slip into a Slim Jim.
Yeah. Hey! It's time to drive to safety because we're still on a raft to our doom, baby! Anyway, it's time for track number 7, so let's guess it.
Am I thinking of Tom with a suit as he goes down a corridor? Just...
Okay, as amusing as that was, Matti.
Death Junior.
No, Devar.
A Tom and Jerry game. I wish it existed.
No, well, I wish it existed too, but it's not. Alas, we live in the worst timeline.
The worst Tom and Jerry games.
All Hail the Queen?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so the next track.
So what was that?
What?
What was that track exactly?
Did I not tell you?
No, you didn't.
Did I not? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I did.
No, you didn't.
You're clearly basically playing it up now.
No? Okay. Okay, do you want to know?
Yes?
Sure.
What embarrassing piece of software you have now?
It's Yokai Watch. So the problem with Yokai Watch is that
I knew this was a thinly veiled episode of him wanting to bitch about Yokai Watch.
So there is of course in Yokai Watch there is an evolution system for your yokai, because of course there is, right? And sometimes it is straightforward. You reach a predetermined level and they evolve into something else. But sometimes, and by that I mean half the times, you have to fuse monsters together, and you think to yourself, oh, that sounds neat. It's like in Shin Megami Tensei or Persona, where you can mix and match whatever monsters you like, and something else comes out of them, right? No! Not at all! Not at all! No, you can only combine certain types of monsters with other very specific types of monsters, or even ultra-specific types, rare types of objects, otherwise they can never evolve. They found a way to make one of the most fun mechanics that they ever invented for these kinds of games. They found a way to make it lame. They found a way to make it a headache. Just when you think you're about to have fun with this game because they have good ideas, they have the worst executed versions of those ideas. And I'm just pulling my hair in despair at this point. Why do you make games like this, Level 5? Why? Yokai Watch. Yokai Watch.
Yeah, I suppose this now proves that all the criteria that which song goes to which tier mean absolutely nothing.
This actually makes sense, because in tier 1 we have the song that gave away the title, so it was the easiest one to guess. In tier 2, I used the common battle theme of the game, and the game is not all that popular at all, but not exactly super rare. And in tier 3, the hardest choice, I pull the track that plays during the bicycle runs. Because you can ride a bicycle. You can ride a bicycle. And you want to ride a bicycle. I want to ride my bike in Yokai Watch. And it's not really a track that you would associate with Yokai Watch. So it still fits, but I have bent the rules for the sake of a funny joke. I bent the rules a little bit for a funny gag, but it still fits.
Alright.
The whole gag.
The whole gag fits. Yes.
It's your show, I respect your authority.
Ultimately, it is my show, and thank you for respecting my authority, but my logic is sound, and the gag is funny. So everything works out, except Yokai Watch, which does not work, and hey, get ready to respect my authority, which is my dick! And the porn music from another Crab's treasure plays.
It lives rent-free in your head, doesn't it?
Not as much as Yokai Watch, apparently.
Clearly.
To pull apart the curtain for a moment, the way I envision all of my shows, all of my episodes, is that I want to have some kind of recurring theme, leitmotif, or running gag all throughout them, because it will make them distinct, it will make them more memorable, it will make them funnier. And I thought to myself, me going full autistic mode over Yokai Watch, I can say that I'm autistic, by the way, me going full autistic mode over Yokai Watch would have been funny to listen back to. And your reactions honestly made it better. Okay, but we're done. The gag is over. We can move on with the rest of our lives.
Can we?
Until I say so, we can.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about what the final boss music is going to be.
It will not be Yokai Watch, I promise you.
Yeah.
It'll be Brock the Investigator.
No!
Well, not from the first Yokai Watch, at least.
Okay, guys. Guess this one now. If you can guess this, I'll give you $1 million. But you have to guess it. Matti?
Demon Turf Neon Splash?
No. Danton?
Brock the Investigator?
Do you seriously think I'm that obvious? No. Devar?
WWF, Just Bring It?
No, it's Vampire the Masquerade Redemption.
Oh, I thought I heard it
That's
somewhere
why I
before.
thought I heard it before too.
Not to be confused with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Completely different game.
I think this is when you go to the future.
Well, you are a crusader back in medieval times. You get bitten by a lady vampiress and you turn yourself into a vampire. You have your old, oh no, I'm damned face, which then becomes, well, actually, this isn't so bad. Now I can actually do some good in the world with my evil vampire powers. And then, yes, there is the time skip. He wakes up
I
in
shall
New York
use Satan's
City
tool to make God's work.
in the year 2000. I believe, and yes, that's the game. That's the
I am
game.
feeling weak from lack of precious blood.
Yes, and gold lines like that one. Okay. So let's switch gears and have something a bit more tranquil. Okay. Guys? Hello?
Yeah.
Danton?
Monster Prom?
No. Davar?
Rock the Investigator?
You're not even trying anymore. No. Matti?
Life is Strange True Colors.
No. This is... Drum roll, please. Cassette Beasts!
Didn't Navar guess that a few...
Yes, I think
Yes.
he pulled a Danton.
Yes.
Cassette Beasts. Not the first time I featured this game, but yes, when it comes to Cassette Beasts, I've only made you listen to one song, which was, as you know, Same Old Story, which kicked all kinds of Scottish arses. This is the song that plays during your stay in town, and the singer, notably, is not stretching your vocal cords to sing this one. You might have noticed. So that was track number 9 of Tier 3. Hey, it's time for track number 10! It's crazy times ahead. Okay, so this is the last one, and it's a very special one, let me tell you. Here we go.
Give me one little funky beat. Ain't nothing like a funky beat. Sounds so funky to me. Is it knocking down the house? On these fresh beats. Give me one little funky beat, boy. Give me one little funky beat. Give me one little funky beat, boy. Ain't nothing like a funky beat. Give me one little funky beat, boy. Give me one little funky beat. Give me one
Davar.
Sonic Mania?
No.
little funky beat, boy. Ain't nothing like a real thing. Rock the rock on the funky. Cause the beat is funky.
Okay. Hello. I'm waiting for you, Danton.
I can't remember the title of it, but it's the a side game from the Papa Rapper series. It's with the lady with the red hair.
No, it's
Okay.
not Jammer Lame. It's not. Matti?
Get in the Car Loser.
I'm sure that's a real game, but it's not
It
the
is.
game I wanted. No, it's not. Okay, so first of all, I should preface this by telling you it's yet another composition by Hideki, the composer for Jet Grind Radio. And this is considered, generally speaking, one of his best composition ever, and it's from a game I don't think anybody has ever played. It's titled Lethal League Blaze.
No, I've never played it.
It's a funky fighting game.
Kat said that even though I recognized the music, I didn't recognize where it came
You
from.
recognize the music because it has a very distinct charm and funky beat to it. The kind that which you cannot help but recognize because it's the man's signature style.
Hey, let's hear that funky soundtrack.
Okay. Thank you.
Give me one little funky beat.
Okay, well, I would love to give you one more funky beat, but yeah, that checks out. That checks out indeed.
You're welcome.
I did not say thank you, did I?
But you were thinking it.
And so now we're at the...
This is the final battle.
this is indeed the final battle. And yes, I'm using that one from now on.
Good choice.
Tonight's final course, it is something truly delectable, special, unique, dare I say, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You will be surprised, you will be delighted, you will be left speechless. And you will have, unfortunately, you will have to try and guess it. I will say this, good luck. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, classic final boss rules apply. You have 3 chances to guess correctly.
Okay.
3 chances each. The track is 1 minute long, but I can play it on loop until you get all of your answers.
Okay.
That seems fair. So here we go. Oh yeah! Matti.
Lunistis?
No. The bar.
Deltarune?
No. Second chance for Matti?
Underhero?
No. Danton?
Disco Elysium?
No. I don't know about you, but this rules. And you have not listened to the second alphabet. Like I said, it will play on a loop until you all get your answers. Danton?
Wipeout?
No. This is your last chance, Matti. Make it count.
Crystal Story Dawn of Dusk?
No. Devar, this is your second shot, I believe. Yes.
Yes, second. Sonic Racing Transformed?
No. Danton, your final chance.
Knuckles Chaotix?
No. Devar, this is your last chance.
My last chance, and I'm gonna whiff it because Yakuza.
No. Okay, so, what did you think of this track, by the way? Your first impressions?
Sounds like a very quirky indie track.
Well, I imagine that this sort of track would be good for like a platformer, like sort of stage.
Yeah, sounds like a bonus level where you are in space or something.
Okay, so I think, Matti, you were the closest in guessing correctly because Actually, I think I need to preface this. None of you has ever played Terraria, right?
No.
I have played it, but only a little bit because I played it with friends for a
Well-
little bit.
You still would not have been able to guess, because this is not technically Terraria, the main game. No, this is a mod, a fan mod, titled Calamity, and this track is titled Infestation. It is the theme of Crabulon, which, based on context clues, I would have to assume it's a giant enemy crab. And this is the track for a boss fight against this giant crab named Crabulon. And the title of the track, again, is Infestation. And actually, let me tell you how it is spelled. 1NF, 3S plus, at plus, exclamation mark, 0N, Infestation. Again, this is how the title is spelled.
Wow.
Infestation, but
Yes.
in a very fancy way. Leet speak.
This is a shockingly complex, multi-layered track made for a fun mod for Terraria, and it's amazing. All credits, by the way, go to DM Dokuro, which is on YouTube. You can listen to it on YouTube. I cannot believe this was made, and it was for a Terraria mod of all things. Incredible. Infestation, theme of Crabulon for the Calamity mod for Terraria. That was your final boss, and yes, it was quite hard.
Yeah, it was.
As expected.
As expected. So, Danton, can you remind me what the score is? Oh,
Well-
wow! We have a new champion!
Yes, I'm in third with 4 points. Matty's in second with 9, and Devar is in first with 12.
Devar is the victor!
Jolly good competition.
Yes, very good challenge. All good.
Hey, that was a good show indeed!
Let us have this after 2 weeks as well, my dear chap.
Yes,
yes,
good show, my dear chaps.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, very good, very good. Let us have celebratory crumpets.
Why was I not invited to this penis-sucking competition?
James, could you bring my Scots, please?
Oh no, I appear to have spontaneously combusted.
I wonder what happened to our raft and our adventure on the river. Let me check. Oh, we're all dead.
Oh, what a shame.
Indeed. Well, my good chap, it would appear we have reached the conclusion of yet another successful episode of our game show. Yes, indeed.
Indubitably, good chap.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
So, I hope we all had fun. That's what I hope. That's my final hope for every one of these things that we do.
Oh yeah,
we all had fun.
we definitely had fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, that's good to know, because next time I want to do another tournament. And I already have plenty of tracks for that.
So long, farewell, adieu, say goodbye.
I guess that was it. So, good night, everybody.
See you later.
Thank you.
Baby, I want a crab girlfriend. Wow, 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 wow. Hey, I don't know. Bye.